Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the second quarter of 2025. This will cover April, May, and June. So let's dive into it, Aries. First card out for you is the Animal, and it's in reverse. So I am seeing a strong need and energy pool here for you to return back to your more animalistic nature, your more animalistic instincts. And you could have been, especially in these past several months, really in your head or in your more spiritual energies, connecting to higher spirits and working through things like emotions and concepts and ideas and higher dreams and goals, like really in your mental and emotional spaces. And there's a calling, a pull back to your physical space, your animal space this quarter. So definitely expect things to be in alignment if you are focusing on the more sensual nature of life. So getting nice sleep is going to be very important for you, but also really just allowing yourself to just be in your body, feel your body. I'm seeing increased sensuality for some of you, feeling really good. Lower chakra energy is going to be so important. Feeling very safe and secure in your body, on this earth, secure in your home, in your finances, and your relationships. So that way you can just drop down into your physical nature. I am seeing going outside, enjoying the outdoors more. And because being outside is just sensual by nature, you know, there's so many sounds and sights and smells and feelings that you get when you're outside. So I am seeing you connect to that more. Some of you may even be tempted to garden, hike, camp, kayak, swim more outside. You know, outdoor activities are standing out to me. But also I'm seeing good food, good drink. And really just, like I said, there's a big focus on the physical nature of reality. We have the Quail and Gooseberry with anticipation. So you may be anticipating some pretty big changes during this quarter. There could be something big that you're looking forward to. So this could be like a big trip that you're going to be going on. This could be some change in your living situation. This could be a lot of things. You're working towards something. Let's see. We also, from the Moonology deck, we have the Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. Now, you are a cardinal sign, so that's very powerful. You are creating your reality exactly how you want it, and you're not afraid to speak up, Aries, during this quarter. So there's a lot of different energies that the oracle cards are showing us. Let's dive into the tarot and perhaps get some more specifics on this quarter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 rows of 3, and each row will loosely represent each month, but together we'll paint a picture of this second quarter of 2025. First card out is the World in reverse. So moving into April, you are finishing up some chapters, and here's something that I specifically feel guided to say. Anything from your past that doesn't return back by the end of April, it's done forever. So for example, like any exes, any old situations, if it just has not shown up for you during this eclipse season and during April, it is done. And that's the universe's way of saying this karmic cycle is over. And the other person has moved on and is in new life circumstances at this time. With the World card in reverse as well, I am seeing that you are ready to be out of a certain karmic cycle in your own life. You know, for example, perhaps the past several years has been all about emotional healing, releasing generational wounds. It could have been all about just making your life as stable and secure as you can, given the experiences, the family, the upbringing that you had. And during that time, you may have been accomplishing a lot, doing a lot, and sort of been on edge. I'm seeing like a lot of stress, high levels of stress. I'm seeing like just doing a lot, essentially. Doing and being a lot. Some of you guys may have been moving, working, trying to find new jobs, working hard towards your dreams, doing this, doing that, accomplishing so much. And you're ready to start a new chapter that is free from these karmic tethers. And I feel like the phrase karmic completion is coming through, almost like the lessons you had to learn have been learned, and it's time for you to let go of the past and embrace a new sort of temperament, is what I'm seeing. It's not necessarily that you're being asked to change all of these things in your life once again. It's not that you're being asked to take on even more goals, even more change. No, you're being asked to change your temperament in this new chapter, this new cycle. And what I'm seeing specifically is calming down. Calming down, allowing yourself to relax and receive, because you've been very much in this energy of doing and trying to make things happen and working hard. You're entering in a several years long chapter of relaxing, receiving, and I'm seeing you specifically really dropping down into that physical energy. Aries, I feel like for the past several years, you've been very in your upper chakras, very much focused on spirituality, emotional processing and release, thinking, coming up with ideas, going after goals, etc. And next several years, what I'm seeing for you, it's all about being in the body, enjoying good food, good company, good beverage, good nature, good physical experience. We have the Chariot upright. Month of April, there's going to be a lot of forward progression. And we have the Six of Cups. Look at that. So as mentioned, anyone from the past, any past cords, any past tethers that you have, if it comes back up in April, there is still an energy cord there waiting to be explored. If it does not come back up, your karmic lessons with that person is complete, okay? So it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. Something I'm seeing here, you may be catching up with some old friends, and you may not have talked to these people in a while. I would say maybe like a couple of months to a year at the very least. And they may have really moved forward in their life and have done a lot during that time. So that may be kind of a little bit startling for you to learn about, like just how much this person has really moved forward. I'm feeling a strong soul tie, a strong soul connection that you might have with someone. And you may have been thinking about reaching back out to them if you're not in contact, or just connecting to them on a deeper level, or just talking to them and listening and hearing what's going on in their life. I don't know why. You could have an urge to catch up with some people that you were once closer to in the past. I don't know why that's coming through. There's a sense of nostalgia. There's a sense of wanting to check in the flesh. And you know what I would say to that is, grant yourself the permission. If this person wasn't like toxic to you, if you didn't have like an awful toxic falling out, and even if it was like not a nice falling out, time goes by, people grow, people evolve, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm seeing an energy here of like moving forward so much in your own personal life, and for some reason wanting to share that with people who you maybe haven't spoken to in a while, wanting to tell the world everything that you've been working on, everything that you've been doing. I'm getting that sense quite a bit in the month of April, the beginning of this quarter. So some of you guys may be doing that. You may be calling up old friends, you may be catching up with people, or you may even be just posting more on social media, just sharing with the world what you've been up to, what's been on your mind, because it may give you a nice sense of joy and pride to show people what you've been up to. We have the Prince of Wands now, moving into the month of May. Prince of Wands, fiery, motivation, passion, center of your spread, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so some of you guys may be battling this internal sense of lack that you maybe have been feeling like you've been honestly dealing with your whole entire life. And lack can show up in different ways. This could be showing up in like, why why don't I have money yet? Or why aren't I happy yet with all of these happy things going on in my life? Why do I not feel happy? Why do I not feel beautiful? Why do I not feel everyone experiences their own version of lack. And there could be some deep spiritual reflections that you've been processing and doing recently, thinking to yourself, this has been a lifelong issue. I have been carrying the personality trait of like focusing on lack or anxiety my entire life, and I'm ready to change that. Is it even possible to change a lifelong personality trait? And the answer is yes, it is possible, and it's powerful if you are already becoming consciously aware and acknowledging your own lifelong patterns and personality traits. That's a really positive sign, a really positive step in the right direction, just the fact that you can even acknowledge that. And I'm seeing you're ready to move on from that sense of lack. You're ready to move forward from that sense of not having or being enough. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so there's a lot of different paths forward, a lot of different options for you that I really feel like you may be contemplating. Really fascinating. Some of you guys may be feeling pulled in 2 different directions. In one direction, you may be feeling pulled to keep growing, evolving, and expanding away from everything that you once were. And then, on the other hand, another part of you is like feeling pulled back to your past, your history, like, I don't know, like moving back to your hometown, for example, reconnecting with old friends, things nostalgic like that. You may be really contemplating where the past meets the present meets the future and how this all fits into your life. It's surprising that the Judgment card isn't coming out or hasn't come out for you just yet, but the World in reverse was your first card. And this is the final card of the Major Arcana, and it really represents like a completion. And it's time for you to mentally be like, yeah, this is done and over with. And this is the new chapter that I'm moving on and moving forward with. So moving into June, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so there could be an influence in your life, a feminine energy, a feminine influence who emotionally, and it doesn't have to be a woman, by the way. This is somebody who may be emotionally a bit draining. Let's see, next to that we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we're seeing some mental health issues cropping up here. And that is underneath the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And like I said, for a lot of you guys, you are battling your own lifelong personality traits of... It could be anything. Some of you may feel like you've always been a high-strung individual, and it's like you're ready to release that part of yourself and just relax and receive. For others of you, this could be this tendency to get overly caught up in the upper chakra, like overthinking, overly connected spiritually, part of yourself, and recognizing that you need to drop down and learn how to just enjoy physical reality, enjoy life as a human, enjoy the sensual nature of life as well. There's different revelations depending on who you are, but I am seeing this revelation of like, I have had this certain personality trait from my life, and it really doesn't serve me. It doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel lack. And this whole quarter, the spiritual theme, the spiritual lesson is about acknowledging that and believing that you can let go of that part of yourself and embrace a new form where you're not having to deal with that. And then final card out is the 10 of Cups in reverse. In doing so, your sense of happiness and relationships are all going to improve. Yeah, like overthinking, not feeling secure and stable within yourself, being overly in your head and not enough in your body. All of these things, it does affect your happiness, but it also affects your relationships. It also affects the people around you. So by making these big shifts within yourself, by changing so drastically internally, your external world changes drastically as well this quarter. So that's actually pretty exciting. And I feel like this is like the final big karmic lesson or change that you're ready to release. You're ready to walk into a new way of life, a new way of living. And I feel like that's why the anticipation card came out, because it's like when you make these big internal shifts, you anticipate big external shifts as well. Love coming in, more success, and abundance career-wise, etc., etc. And we did have that Chariot card, which shows growth in all areas of life, like really growing, evolving, expanding as a person rapidly during this quarter. Very exciting. Thank you so much for joining me, Aries. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this quarter ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there. That's 3 months of readings and daily email correspondence and other tools. And I offer my online tarot reading course. So go ahead and check those things out. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.